Jake Gyllenhaal's 9 Stories production company that have packaged this. He produces with a producer named Riva Marker, and Jake he's been he's been producing material for him to act in, but he's also been doing other things as well. Relic and Campos's Devil All the Time are some of the more recent projects. So this team's he'll appear in a film that sort of feels sort of like it's based on a graphic novel by a guy named Ollie Masters, and this will be directed by Gustav Möller. Now, Gustav Möller appeared at Sundance and Rotterdam a couple of years back with his first feature film called The Guilty, and that was a great chamber piece, a psychological thriller that really does not take place outside this call center. Magnolia probably made a good chunk of change with this. I believe it's on Netflix as we speak. So it's packaged with this Swedish filmmaker, I believe, or at least Scandi filmmaker. And yeah, it's based on a graphic novel. So how they're pitching it, they pitch it as a Prisoners meets Running on Empty. And reading into it, it focuses on a teenager finds out his parents are in the witness protection program, and sort of like the comic, I think, looks at how he sort of investigates the true nature of his parents. So maybe perhaps Jake would actually play the father character in this project.
So another interesting side note to this project is that actually Jake Gyllenhaal and Gustav Möller, they first connected over The Guilty. Shortly after that film came out, Gyllenhaal signed up to star in the remake, which which presumably is still in development, but with Gustav Möller executive producing.
Okay.
So it seems that they clearly want to work together on something, and it seems like that remake idea has turned into, let's do something maybe original together instead of going over territory that's been gone over already. So a fruitful thing. I mean, it's nice. Jake Gyllenhaal's always sort of gone out of his way to find auteurs to work with. So it's exciting that he's giving his stamp here to this filmmaker.
Yeah, I'm curious as to, I was thinking back to, like, there's a lot of these thriller element films that feature, the Scandi backdrop, and this certainly could play to the filmmaker's strengths. I mean, just being in that backdrop, I imagine that he might have firsthand knowledge as to how to visually populate a film that essentially takes place indoors as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if this actually becomes a sophomore project, but it's pretty big news for Gustav. I'm Eric Lavallée. I'm editor-in-chief and site owner for IONCINEMA.com, and this is
Kevin Jagernauth, contributing writer for the playlist.
And together we are IndieSponge.